greetings this beautiful spring morning in the middle of Lent. I want to share a story with you of a time that was important in my life and how perhaps you can use this same story to encourage you with encouraging other young adults. When I was a young adult right out of college, I was invited to join the staff of the church that I had just joined as the director of evangelism and hospitality. I enjoyed the job a lot, but within a couple of years I realized that I was really called to ministry. I wanted to do the things that I saw the ministers on the staff doing. The minister of that church was very encouraging and affirming and said, "Oh yes, I think you've got great gifts for ministry, and I do think there's a place for women in ministry everywhere except the pulpit," he said to me. And because I'd never seen a woman in the pulpit 30 years ago, I knew no better and agreed with him. So a year or two later, I started seminary. And within a year of my time into seminary, I was so confused. By then, I had grown up in one denomination, joined a church, and was being sponsored by a Presbyterian church through seminary, but was yet working in a Methodist church. I was confused about women in the ministry and really wasn't sure whether I was going to stay in seminary. One of my friends in seminary encouraged me to call and meet Joanna Adams. I didn't know who Joanna Adams was at the time, but she was an associate at Central Pres, still in her first call. And I called Joanna, and she was willing in her very busy schedule to take the time to take me to lunch. Joanna listened to my confused ramblings about my call into the ministry. She helped me to wade through my denominational confusion since she had not grown up in the Presbyterian church either. She affirmed me greatly for my gifts to ministry, and I guess basically when I left that lunch with her that day, I felt affirmed at having value to offer to the church. And thus, it helped give me the tenacity to stay with the ministry and with seminary. I encourage you, as adults in the church, to reach out to other young adults in your church or in your community and avail yourself to be a mentor as Joanna did for me. God has given each and every person that God has created gifts, and God has a claim on each person's life. But young adulthood can be a very confusing time as we try to discern our call to life and what gifts God has given us, whether that's to be a plumber, a minister, a teacher, an artist, or a chef. And so I encourage you to take the time and reach out, give time and mentor young people that are trying to find God's claim on their lives. I give thanks today for the friendship that Joanna and I still have 30 years later. Somebody will thank you as well. God bless you.